Kepozo, congratulations on the Best Responder Award.
Thank you.
What was going through your mind when your name was announced?
Thank you so much. That's a very interesting question. First of all, thank you to the media fraternity. And the thing that was going through my mind when they mentioned my name was, you see, there was this disbelief. There was this belief that, do I really deserve it? Because I was also not expecting from this competition to win, because in the past I've participated at several competitions, and there were some competitions where so many people praised me, so many people shook hands with me, so many people encouraged me, but I could not win even a single position in those competitions. Recently, in this year's VBYLD 2026 Viksit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue, conducted by the same ministry, I believe that I spoke fairly well. I mean, not trying to put down other participants, other people who competed with me. They spoke really well as well. But I was also expecting a position, and at that time I could not get a position. So from there, I learned my lesson that, you see, I always tell my juniors also, the seeds that you sow, all of it will not sprout. So I hold that belief in my heart also. So I was absolutely, astonished and amazed, and I was feeling excellent in my heart. Yeah.
You were recognized for your performance during question hour. Can you walk us through one question or moment that you feel clinched the award for you?
The question, I'll be very honest with you, the participants, my opponents, they actually changed the question, because in this format, the questions are given just one day ahead of the competition, so that the person who is playing the role of the minister can at least prepare a little bit. So they gave a separate question to the ministry officials, and on the day of the competition, they asked a completely different question. So for me, it was like on the spot, I had to add one or two few points, and then I had to counter it back. So it was sort of like this challenge for me also, to be responding to a question with an answer that I've prepared for another question. So yeah, I believe that that was the part where I spoke from my heart, and perhaps it had impressed the judges. Yeah.
You represented Nagaland as the Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment.
Yes, ma'am.
What were the key points you raised in that role during the deliberations?
The key points that are raised in those was the opposition bench. I mean, they had raised this question in the question that they had sent to the ministry people, to the ministry officials, that women constitute nearly 43% of the STEM workers, STEM graduates, yet their participation in research and workforce remains low. So I countered it, saying that even if it's that way, that is, even if the reality is in that manner, because I'm countering a fact and a figure, I pointed out how it reflects the significant progress that has been made in educational inclusion. So the responsibility of the ministry also is to, turn educational empowerment to economic empowerment, in innovation, and even leadership. I spoke about women reservation becoming merely tokenistic if capacity building is not given at all levels and all age groups. Age groups, we see children, we see small girls, and we believe, what type of leadership skills are we even going to teach small children? No. There are certain attributes and aspects that you can teach children, which will make them grow up into good leaders as well, good decision makers as well. So I'm saying capacity building should be there for women, for girl child, at all levels. So be it district, or be it village level, be it range level, be it the state level or national level. So I emphasized on that.
This year's theme was Nari Shakti Vandan.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Catalyzing inclusivity and Viksit Bharat 2047.
Yes, ma'am.
What was your most important takeaway from the discussions on women's leadership and social inclusion?
My most important takeaway from it was, looking at the ground reality and looking at the speeches, the words. The speeches and the words, it's really motivating to listen to. It really encourages us. It really uplifts our moods as well. It stirs our emotions in a very positive way. But when we look at the ground reality of women's condition in India and our state. Of course, our state, it's a little bit better than the rest. I'm not saying it is the best, but it is a little bit better in comparison to the other states. We see there are so many loopholes at the reality, at the ground level, at the grassroots level, and even at the societal level as well. I believe that social change needs to come first before political change as well, because people like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, people like leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, these two leaders, you know, they are in the books of the history, and they believed in social change and social freedom prior to political freedom. So if we're going to be talking about reservation, we must talk about uplifting women socially also, and that starts from your home. So that was the key takeaway from the entire team and the entire competition.
What was it like being interviewed by Sansad TV and debating in front of Lok Sabha Speaker Shri Om Birla ji, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, and sitting MP? Did that add pressure?
We did not speak in front of Om Birla ji and the Honorable Minister for the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. They were there during the inaugural session, but I had the opportunity of interacting with them, you know, talking to them and appreciating them and thanking them on behalf of Nagaland as well for giving us this opportunity. But we spoke on behalf, you know, in front of sitting MPs and senior bureaucrats, like joint secretary level bureaucrats at the central level. And the feeling was, you know, I would say overwhelming, because I happened to be the first in my clan and also in my village to be speaking in the same hall, on the same podium, where people like Jawaharlal Nehru, where people like Ambedkar ji, where people like, you know, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, these great leaders sat there and they spoke there. So I got the opportunity to speak there, the privilege to speak there in the same hall and same place, and had the honor and the privilege of winning the Best Responder Award. You know, the feeling is just ecstatic. I love it. I'm amped up. Yeah.
The selection process was multi-stage and competitive. What part of the journey to New Delhi was the most challenging for you?
The part of our journey to Delhi, I believe that there was no challenging part for us as well. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, along with My Bharat, they looked after all the traveling expenses, lodging expenses, and all the other miscellaneous expenses that were incurred on us, on our part, were also taken care in the form of TA and DA from their side. We submitted our respective sheets of travel allowance and dearness allowance. So it was not challenging. It was very comfortable, and I thank the Honorable Minister, the Union Minister, and also our Honorable Prime Minister, and also the present day government for the good things that they are doing. Of course, that is contradictory to the level of, to the type of personality and image that I've built of me opposing the government. But at the same time, when they're good, I need to acknowledge it. When they are not good, when they need to improve, I acknowledge it in my capacity as a student.
As someone from Jakama, studying at St. Joseph's College.
Yes, ma'am.
What message do you have for other youth from Nagaland who want to enter policy and governance spaces?
You see, ma'am, I don't think I would be the right person to have a message for people who wants to join government policies or leadership, because I myself am in the learning stage as well. I have so much more to learn, so much more to win and lose, and so much more to hone in myself, the skills that I'm trying to build right now. But one message that I would like to give as a student of St. Joseph's College, Autonomous Jakama, to the youths would be, you see, develop critical thinking. Develop critical thinking, at the same time, get closer to God. God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. You see, you and I are stained with sin. You and I are born with sin. And so sin makes your soul and my soul ugly. So Bible is the mirror. The Bible is the mirror that shows you how ugly your face, your soul has become because of your sin. Now, why am I emphasizing on the religious aspect here is because that is something that really matters with the way you think, with the way you feel, with the way you operate, with the way you speak, and with everything. It has to do with everything. And since we take pride in saying Nagaland for Christ, we take pride in being a Christian majority state, I say that seeking the kingdom of God should be the priority of the youths, and everything will fall in place according to the will and timing of God.
What specific issues from Nagaland or the Northeast did you try to bring into the national discussion during the proceedings?
Actually, since I was the minister speaking on behalf of the Ministry of, taking the role of the minister, speaking on behalf of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, I had this responsibility on my shoulder to defend the ministry. So I really wanted to speak like an opposition MP as well, but that would really be contradictory to the role that was assigned to me. So I could not speak much or I could not highlight much on the problems from Nagaland or Manipur or the Northeast. But one thing that I could say was Nagaland remains as a demonstration where empowered women genuinely become leaders of social transformation. And that is very true.
If you could introduce one policy change tomorrow as Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, what would it be and why?
I've mentioned this before as well. The first policy that I would like to I would like to pass and also would like to implement on the ground level. Of course, the bureaucrats will be, the permanent executives will be the one doing it, would be, the capacity building of women, especially from SC, ST, OBC, other marginalized communities and tribal communities at all levels. Capacity building at all levels and all age groups is very important, and it is imperative to empowering women to come forward, to lead, and also to contribute to overall nation building. Because see, women are almost half of the entire country's population, and if one half is not performing, if one half is not contributing, then how do you expect to achieve Viksit Bharat? How do you expect to become a Vishwa Guru? How do you expect to become a country which is developed and better than the rest? So because of that, I believe, because of that belief of mine, I would actually implement the leadership capacity building at all levels for women.
What's next for you after this achievement? Any upcoming debates, leadership programs or goals?
Thank you so much for the question, ma'am. Tomorrow, there is 19th of June, I am invited as a guest and also as a judge by the Young Indians group at Norman Putsure College, Chumukidima, to come and speak as a guest and also to come and judge the participants, since there is going to be a youth parliament program and competition tomorrow. Next week, I have my NET exam, so I request the Naga public to keep me in your prayers as well. And also after that, through God's grace, this NSS, in collaboration with the Central Ministry of Youth Affairs, the same ministry, they are going to be hosting this program of youth icons. So I'm also going to speak as a youth icon in that program. And yeah, so many more things to learn. My ambitions of what I want to become in life, it depends on the flow of events that I'm also awaiting, and also it depends on the will of God and His perfect timing.
One word to describe the days in New Delhi.
Amazing.
Who inspired you most during the sessions?
God.
God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you
all.
so much.